I would like to invite Silke from the Civic Tech Innovation Network, please, to join me on screen. Yeah, it's over to you. Please tell us what's the big idea and how people can engage. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Vicky, and for inviting us here. My name, as Vicky has mentioned, is Sihle Gilichana. I've actually recently joined the Civic Tech Innovation Network as a program coordinator, so really exciting to be part of the organization. And I'm going to be giving you guys a little breakdown of who we are and what we're about. So just to start us off, we are a community of practice and action learning network for people with an interest and commitment in leveraging the nexus between civic activism and technology. Our aim really is about connecting practitioners, researchers, experts, and decision makers with an interest in civic tech and providing a platform for them to learn, share, and gain experience through their shared knowledge. Now, in terms of what is it that we do at the center, our projects include a database, which is a living collection of civic tech innovations across the African continent. We also have case studies which track the impact stories of our innovators and really trying to use their experience as a peer learning tool across the network. In terms of research that is tied to some of the case studies and really investigating how the use and application of case studies can generate shared knowledge and value across the network. And our events include hosting webinars, capacity building training workshops, and focused masterclasses. But also we have our flagship annual conference, which is called the Civic Tech Innovation Forum, CTIF in short. And this was held in September, just a couple of months ago. And this year's theme was DIY Africa, just really in the spirit of innovators doing it themselves, but also using what they have to try and address some of the issues that they've experienced in the environment and context. Before I get to the part of how everyone gets involved, there have been some emerging debates within the spaces around civic tech versus civic empowerment. And really, I think the shift in the language brings to the forefront the impact that civic tech can have in comparison to other advocacy tools when applied. We've also been looking into finance models, which was actually informed by a session that we hosted during the CTIF, which was titled Civic Tech Financing and Sustainability. So you can imagine with all of these different organizations and innovators operating across the continent, sustaining oneself and not merely being dependent on a single donor is something that we want to encourage and support. And so yeah, that's one of the aspects in which we're looking into and exploring. And really, it's about how do we support those organizations grow, but also venture into different aspects and mediums of civic tech. So for instance, there was a conversation earlier about the digital debate, machine learning and IAs. And when we think about civic tech innovators in the African continent, they're not as skilled and as capable as some of the larger organizations in the space. So really it's about creating that consistency between people starting up their organizations, finding a home within the community, and then using what resources we have and we can pull from the different network members to see that they can succeed in their ventures. Now, apart from getting a hold of us on these different platforms, the real thing I wanted to bring to this around how do you get involved is that we as the Civic Tech Innovation Network have seemingly taken on this intermediary role in which we can obviously connect our network to different partners and opportunities across the globe that emerge. And in the theme of the 2021 Global Perspectives Conference, let's talk about power. And we cannot deny the influence that larger civic or rather international civic society organizations have in influencing, but also contributing to networks such as ours. So we want to be clear that as CTIN that our role and your role really isn't to use us primarily to facilitate and to play that intermediary role. So yes, we're in a position where we can recommend who can sit at a panel and who can perhaps hold certain conversations that merge civic activism and digitalization. But really, what we are wanting from you is that you are helping us generate relevant information that we can then share with our members within the network so that they can enhance their success and impact of their innovations, but also providing opportunities for networks and actors to meet and convene, and any other collaborations and partnerships that you're open to. We're really looking to be a little bit more intentional in how we go about fostering those partnerships. So I'm hoping that this short snippet that I've given you is something that you are interested in and would like to hear more of. I think I'm going to hand over back to you, Vicky. Thank you so much.